Hey Steve, I wanted to quickly show you how to use the assessor's website to find out who owns properties. This is the assessor's website. This is the address, and in the email I sent you, I've sent all these addresses. This is the assessor's website. This is the Secretary of State's website. That's where you can find some more detailed information. And this is where you find the county recorder's information. You can type in the business name, last name, first name, whatever it is you have, and that will bring up all the recorded documents, deeds, what have you. I always start here at the assessor's website. And there's several ways to look up properties here. If you know, for example, your subdivision, your section, range, township, personal property, zip codes, all that kind of stuff, you can find it that way. In the real estate racket, they teach you all this stuff about, sections and townships and parcel numbers and all that kind of shit. That's a pain in the ass. This is where you can type in the parcel number here, which is pretty quick if you know what that is. If you don't, and you probably won't, you can just skip all this nonsense, get rid of that, and type in the address right here, such as North. I happen to know that there's an apartment here. So you type it in and it takes you right there. Anything you see with a blue line around it here, you can just click on it and find that information. So this is the one we looked for. You can see it's got that little dot right there. Click on that and this is all you really need. I mean, especially if you're just sending postcards or something like that, you got it right here. This is the name of the enterprise. This is their mailing address. This is the tax assessor. He knows who owns these things. He has to know who owns them because he sends them the tax bills. Additional information: latitude, longitude, section, township, range. Just to give you the lot size. Rough valuation of what it is. Now, of course, this is the assessor's valuation. This is not what an appraiser is going to tell you. But this is a lot of information here. This used to take you to the county recorder's office, where you could come down here and click on either something like this or this, and it would take you to the transfer documentation, whatever kind of deed was transferred. This one, for some reason or other, is just giving me plat maps, which is of no use whatsoever. But let's say you weren't comfortable with the information you had here. You didn't think you wanted to pursue this. You wanted to find a little bit more. You can copy that, and I use Control-C, and go right here to the Secretary of State's website, which I also have a link to. And then I've already done it here, but this is the way it would look. You'd come in here, you'd copy it right there, and then hit enter, and it would take you back to where it was. And you click on this, and this will give you the information that the Corporation Commission has. This is the transfer, or not the transfer agent, the service process agent. This is the actual foreign address. This would be the foreign LLC address and the contact information there. This again is CT Corporation's worthless garbage. Now these here, this is the manager and member information. These are the members of the LLC. So again, that's the same address we saw on the assessor's website. So that's it. This is if you want to mail them, that's the way to do it. You could, if you can find their phone number, and sometimes you can, you might want to try 411.com. There are a couple other reverse directories and things you can find, addresses. You might be able to find some of these guys. This is the hard part. How do you get a phone number? These are documents that have been uploaded to the Corporation Commission. This is like an agent change. This is another agent change, application for registration. There's a lot of other stuff that they're supposed to be sending into. They're supposed to send a balance sheet in each year too. Some of them do, some of them don't. So anyway, now you found the Corporation Commission's website through the Secretary of State's website, and you found how to find this. It came from here, from this site here, and it all started right from here. Now you've already got this copied, so let's go and try something else. If you just went to the recorder's office, you could come right over here. You could type in or copy and paste, as I'm doing right here, this organization, hit enter, and every document that they have ever signed is here. So here's their trust deed. I don't know if it's for this property, if it's for something else, but this is, for example, release of lien. This has something to do with a map. This is a release of a trust deed, which means that this is probably a new one that happened about the same days, right? This is all real estate bullshit, but this is how you find information about these guys. And if you just felt that this is something you absolutely had to do, that you were on the right page, that you knew, where you were going with this thing, you could click this, and this would take you down here, and this will give you the actual deed of trust and assignment of rents. This is who they are. Again, same address. And let's say we want to know who's authorized to sign these things. Guess what? Right down here, Robert, what is it, Drummond, Diamond, whatever, he's the manager. If he's authorized to sign, he's probably the one you want to call. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. There are easier ways to do this. You can go to title companies and ask them for information like this. It's simpler, but it's expensive. Used to be, mortgage guys could get these strips of information, data bits and whatnot from title companies, and they could be very specific. You can say, look, I'm looking for, say you're looking for, what the hell am I thinking of here? Like Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac deals, and they would be listed as the beneficiaries that are 9.5 years old, with a value above, say, $1 million, because Freddie and Fannie don't do single family above 625, right? So anything over $1 million has got to be multifamily or healthcare. But your title company is going to charge you for that. And quite frankly, they're not going to give you phone numbers either, but they will give you all this stuff in a database that you can go through, and then each and every one of those is probably worth the trouble to do it. I just don't know what that costs anymore. When I was in mortgage, it was a freebie because they were going to get the title work. Yeah, I don't think you can do that anymore. Anyway, I hope that helps, amigo.